On today's little adventure, I'm heading up to a mining camp that is up inside this canyon right over here. On the way up to it, get this huge settling tank. It's massive. And then we'll pick up here. All right. Looks like it's a piece. I want to say a mill, like a hammer mill or part of a jaw crusher. It's kind of hard to say. And over here, so they had some type of heat. It's a heat gasket. Might have been part of a furnace. Yeah, this tank is just simply massive. That right there is water pipe. And over here you have some more of it. The spring for the mine is just over there by probably about a half mile. So we got to continue up inside this canyon and I'll meet you up there. So here's that little mining camp I was talking about. They did some major work. I mean, the tailings pile is pretty big. Let's check out the far building first. I'm assuming a big tank, which is a little further down the road, I'm assuming this is probably where it's sat. Yeah, let's go check that out in a little bit. Let's take a look at this. Okay, here is the mine. Now, there's also one up there on top of the ridge. There's a couple shafts around this area. This was the main working. Okay, we'll come back to that one. Let's check out this tailing pile and ramp. And then the buildings. I'll go grab my lights and I'll go into the mine for you. So this used to be a trackway. So the ore would come on over. We drop down there and then either put in a truck. They had a heavy truck. You can see the big tire over there. The other mine shaft is right there, or tunnel, I mean. And up there, those are a couple shafts. not much of a can dump. There's not much history on this mine. I've got some basic claim paperwork that places it about the mid-30s, but some of the equipment or some of the buildings up here, and as you'll see when we go into the mine, some of the PVC that's actually in the tunnel, it was worked in pretty modern times. Like here, somebody repaired the roof with modern sheathing. Okay, let's take a look at the building here. Nothing too spectacular. Ooh, well, that's some nasty floor. Ooh, yeah, I'm not liking this floor. It's fiberboard. You can see, okay, there is planking underneath it, but I'm really squishing in. Hey, somebody made their little home up there. All right, let's go check out the other building. That's a homemade muffler. See, that's, there's the other building. All right, we'll go through the other open door. Pack rat nest up there. Yeah. Not very interesting. It still has part of its window frame still here. That's neat. Okay, let me go grab my stuff and I'll meet you back up at the mine. Took me longer than I was expecting. Had to put on my heavier boots. And then all of my batteries were still on the chargers. Like I was saying, see, modern PVC. So there's right there, they're using drill steel, and they welded a little hook there, and this is in the back so that it can hang stuff off of. Look at that, that's all granite. So, yeah, a little pack rat is making home here. You can see his little nest in there. Actually, there's a hole right there. He might be actually in there. And I'll leave him alone. Here, let me see how far back this sucker goes. Yeah, that goes back a ways. Let's keep going. There's a drill hole. Gotta be careful, there's a lot of wire on the ground. Okay. So they're using this to hang something, so that was there, like that. Look what they did with that drill steel. That's interesting. They must have been afraid that they're afraid that this portion of the back is going to come down on them. So instead of timbering, they just wedged it up there. So if you're wondering, the ceiling is known as the back. The sides, or the walls, are known as the ribs. Where the rail ties were, it's making it for difficult walking. If the rail ties were still in, it's actually pretty easy walking. But with them out, your feet keep slipping into the grooves where they used to be located. Wow, this is actually the cleanest mine I've ever been in. Finally came up to a little stope. Doesn't go up very far. And here's another stope. And again, not that far. Finally, something. So it looks like they started moving the tunnel this direction and then dead-ended. Now we start getting into the plumbing. That's for air and water. Oh, there's actually some track here too. Okay, they were using this for something because the track and then the pipe is all welded together here at this end. So they were using it for some sort of tool. And here, yeah, see the back broke. That's what that is. They never shored up here. And there's some track, so that means there's track underneath this rubble. And there we are, we're at the face. A little unclimactic. You still can see the entrance. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this little adventure. If you made it to the end of this video, I am glad that you stuck around. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Just remember, when you're out exploring yourself, first is always have fun. Second is always be safe.